Hello, everybody. Welcome to the weekly episode of the AFC East Roundtable. I know you guys are excited for this week's episode. This week, we've got a special guest. For those of you guys that do watch Jets Media, my boy Jack will be joining us this week as helping me out talking about the New York Jets because, you know what, even though we're 0-9, we're still going to talk about the Jets because this is my one time a month that we can be on my channel. And alongside, we got the usual Dan Mitchell supporting the Buffalo Bills, who's coming off an insane game, and I cannot wait to hear what Dan's reaction to what that was about. And then TD Finstock down there at 6-3, looking good. He's about to tell us why he's going to win the division and why the Miami Dolphins are going to win the Super Bowl, I'm assuming. And then we got Master at work down there supporting those New England Patriots. And I'm interested to see what he has to say about the New England Patriots. So, yeah. Let's just go around the table. And, Jack, you want to introduce yourself to everybody that doesn't know who you are?
Yeah, what's going on, everybody? My name is Jack. You can follow me on Twitter at Jack_New York Jets. Richie's buddy, a fellow suffering Jets fan. I really appreciate you guys having me on. Talk a little AFC East football. And, yeah, let's just get to it, man.
Yeah, of course. I'm excited to have you on and be on the AFC East Roundtable. Dan, what's going on with you in Buffalo?
Well, shit, man, you know what? So I did end up getting my revenge. So like an hour before we got to this roundtable, I hopped on Madden 21 and I hopped on online play. And luckily, some random kid wanted to play with the Cardinals, and I smoked that motherfucker because that's exactly what should have happened this past Sunday. Listen, let me tell you what. We're gonna go on ahead and we're gonna dive into this. So many people want to talk shit about us losing this game. And let me tell you one thing. I am not the kind of guy that says, oh, that team got lucky. That team got lucky. That's not my cup of tea. But you know what? A Hail Mary is the pure definition and the only thing in football that means luck. Pure damn luck. The better football team lost that game on Sunday. And for everybody doubting the Buffalo Bills, please check yourself because that was a fucking fluke. And the Buffalo Bills are going 12-4 and winning this damn division moving forward. And we'll go from there. I digress.
Love the energy. I love the energy from Dan today. TD, what's going on with you?
Listen, man, let me tell you what's going on with me, man. I was almost late to this conversation tonight because me and DeAndre Hopkins, man, Buffalo Wild Wings. Buffalo wings are the best wings in the world, man. First of all, I'm feeling like I'm on top of the world, on top of the AFC East. It doesn't even matter. Buffalo sitting up there knowing that they're going to fall. We're going to – listen, man. Richie, you just give me as much time as you can tonight when I'm answering questions because Dan Mitchell and Bills Mafia know that they are trash and the Dolphins are about to run this division hands down. Shout out to Jack. I appreciate you coming through, man. Nice to meet you. And Master at work, you already know. Y'all in the basement, man. But Dan, it's on me.
Oh, it's already,
It's going to be a very crazy week. Master at work, how about you, man? What's going on with New England?
So, the Patriots are now 2-0 when I pick against them. And I will continue to do so for the rest of the year until we get to the Super Bowl. At the end of the day, we own this division. We've owned this division for 2 decades. We still own this division until somebody takes the crown off of our head. We are still AFC East champions, as you can see the hat that I'm wearing, even though that's the Super Bowl champions. Y'all don't know about that. But yeah, listen, man. Are we gonna get? Do you want me to talk about the Ravens game, or do you want to go around the corner? Because I got some stuff to say to these bottom dwellers up there that's about to be in my position with the lights off in the basement and it's cold, to the Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills.
So I want to get into everybody first. We're going to go around the round table. If you guys are in the stream right now, make sure you smash that like button if you enjoy the AFC East Roundtable. You guys are showing so much support to this series. You guys have been killing it ever since we started this in August. Just want to give my thanks to every single one of you guys, whether you're a Miami Dolphins fan, New England Patriots fan, Buffalo Bills fan, or a New York Jets fan. This is all love. We enjoy this. And getting on this live stream once a week, it's awesome being with you guys. And I cannot thank you guys to reach out for me and picking me to represent the New York Jets. So if you guys are enjoying this AFC East Roundtable, make sure you smash that like button and also check out the description and subscribe to all their channels because this is going to get crazy as the season goes on. Unfortunately, not for the Jets, but it's going to be crazy to see how this AFC East division wraps up. So with that being said, I want to talk about Dan Mitchell and the Bills real quick more. So, Dan, I saw Master at work make a little video of your reaction to it, and you look very calm.
I did.
Honestly, I know you did say you're at your parents' house, so you couldn't really, have a crazy reaction. But if that happened to the Jets and the Jets were good and that happened, I can't even imagine how I felt.
Yeah.
So what was your reaction?
Yeah. So, I mean, honestly, dude, full transparency, right? So, I mean, like, I was watching the game right at my parents' house. The issue was that there was about like a 2 or 3 play lag. So I ended up getting sort of a preview of what exactly was about to happen a minute and a half before I actually ended up seeing it happen. So hence why I was so calm during that entire scenario. And so, I mean, as far as like seeing the Buffalo Bills like shit the bed, I am used to that, man. Like, I mean, like my entire life, I have seen terrible things happen to this team, but a lot of it had to do with the fact that I knew what was going to happen before it happened based off of my live chat going into it. I mean, granted, was definitely a heartbreaking game, was a 1 in a million type play that happened. And really at the end of the day, I'm not worried about it. Say, for example, that this was the make or break game that was going to screw our season, then yeah, for sure. Then I definitely would have been upset, but I'm not worried about it. A Hail Mary, which is a pure definition of luck, I'm not worried about it, baby. I'm not worried about it whatsoever.
So are you a little ounce worried about the Miami Dolphins winning this division?
No, not at all.
And that will segue
not
So,
at all.
Hey,
Not at all.
hey, and I
Not
don't
at all.
mean to disrespect you, but you're a liar.
Not
You're
at
a
all.
liar.
Not at
First of all, see, look at him. You see,
Not at
Dan actually, let me give you a fact, Richie. Dan is so scared of the Dolphins that he felt like it was necessary to actually release a 7-minute video this morning talking about how good the Dolphins are and how they are a real threat. And, Bills Mafia, we're still going to win the division, but their defense is scary. Listen, Dan, you're starting to get it. You're starting to pamper your fan base so that they don't just crash down to earth when we destroy you all and win a division. You're finally starting to ease it on the fan base slowly but surely. You didn't fully commit yet, but you made a video this morning conceding that the Dolphins defense scares you. So don't sit here and lie to everybody and say, not at all, not at all.
And so at the end,
at
the end of the day, TD, and so at the end of the day, TD was just trying to get your fans to pay my electric bill this month, baby. That's why I dropped that damn video today. Now, listen, let me tell you one more thing. This is pretty funny to me. Like, this is super funny to me, right? The same reasons that you were trashing the Buffalo Bills in August is the same thing that you're cheering the Miami Dolphins for doing right now by beating trash-ass teams, having a lackluster offense, and having a defense that just makes plays and hands wraps fucking amazing field position. Listen, second that you play in offense, like first example is Josh Allen, who's your daddy, by the way. When was the last time you beat Josh Allen? Oh yeah, fucking never. Let's go that way.
Richie, once again in front of all
Welcome to
the
the AFC EAST ROUNDTABLE, everybody.
Once again, in front of everybody, Dan Mitchell lies. He lied. Listen, Dan, let me teach you something I learned. If you lie to yourself, you'll lie to whoever, Dan. All right. Now, let me fact check Dan. It's a lot of fact checking in the world these days. Let me fact check Dan. He says, Dan has the nerve to say, I'm happy about the same thing I criticized the Bills about. Let's be clear. I criticized the Bills because they had no impressive wins. Dan is sitting on here talking in the future. We haven't even started we just started the easy stretch of our schedule against the Chargers. But before that, we beat the Rams. We beat DeAndre Hopkins, triple team Hopkins. We beat those guys. So don't sit here and lie and make it seem like, oh, y'all are just beating up on trash teams. That's why. Bro, the Cardinals must be not that trash. I mean,
All righty. We're going to get into this
bro.
all throughout. We're going to hear from Dan and TD because we know those two teams, the Dolphins versus Bills, are the two teams that hate each other more than ever. And we're going to segue this over to Master at work. Master, how you feeling about the Patriots last week?
First of all, I wanted to say it's hilarious how we got Dolphins and Bills arguing against each other when neither one of them is going to win this division at the end of the day. Anyway, let me just put it into the perspective for you bottom dwelling bums. Patriots beat the Texans, which I'm going to pick against them. Because we're 2-0 when I pick against them. When the Patriots are 5-5, they are 2 games out of first. We still got to play the Dolphins, who we beat in week 1. And we lost to the Bills off of a Cam Newton fumble. We just beat a Super Bowl contender in the Baltimore Ravens. A Super Bowl contender. Everyone counted us out, and I'm pretty sure everyone's going to count us out again. You know what I'm saying? No one's paying us no attention, which is how I love it, because the Patriots play their best football in November, in December, in January, or, and by the way, February, something that none of y'all know when to play in February, because none of y'all play in January and February. But back to what I got to say, man. Listen, we beat Lamar, running back Jackson. I try to tell you, he's the most overrated so-called quarterback I've ever seen. He should have never won MVP last season. Bill Belichick got schooled by Lamar Jackson last year. The second go around, Belichick always gets the better of you every single time. These young quarterbacks need to start paying attention. And the reason why the Ravens lost that game is because they're so one-dimensional. Lamar Jackson said it 2 weeks ago. He said they're calling out our plays. It's the same playbook that the Kaepernick 49ers ran. It's the same RPO, Madden, simple HB toss, HB handoff, Lamar running back, Jackson running it on in the gut or in the middle or on the outside. It's the same shit. It's so easy to I mean, listen. Our receiving core is the most trashiest receiving core I've ever seen in the NFL. And yet, with Jacoby Myers throwing a touchdown pass, one of the most beautiful touchdown passes, looking like the next Julian Edelman. And then Damian Harris, who for some reason now is starting to average 100 yards a game, busted up the Bills, busted up the Ravens, busted up the Jets. We found ourselves the next great running back in this league, and Damian Harris. But all the talk was about Belichick doesn't know how to draft. Well, he drafted Damian Harris. He drafted Jacoby Myers. A lot of teams looked over. And I'm telling you right now, do not let us get to 500. And I'm not worried about the Bills and the Dolphins because we already know the Bills is pretty much stamped their heads, their gravestone when they lost to a Hail Mary to DeAndre Hopkins and Kyler Murray. That was it.
Facts.
The Buffalo Bills are dead. As far as the Dolphins go,
Trash.
like I said, no one takes you seriously. Not even the
You don't have
Bills take you seriously.
You don't have to.
And nobody will ever take you seriously. Like I said,
Yeah.
you haven't beaten us yet this season. And
Oh
we'll
my
beat.
God.
And it's beautiful how it marks out, how it ends the season, that we play the Bills, the Jets, and the Dolphins at the end of the season in the AFC East. And when it comes down to the stretch run, let me ask you guys a question. Everyone in this chat right now who's typing. Who would you put your money on at the end of the season to win this division if it comes down to a game or two? Are you going to bet on Bill Belichick, who's proved for the past 20 years that he can win with a bunch of scrubs, no matter the quarterback with Matt Castle? Or are you going to put your money on the Bills, who just choked away the AFC East, or the Dolphins, who for some reason right after that Miami Miracle didn't win a game the rest of the season? Who are you going to put your money on, Belichick or the rest of these other AFC East bottom dwellers? That's all I got to say, man. Listen, y'all better keep counting us out, and it's dark. You're right. I'm in the basement right now, and it's dark.
I'm
but
loving
as
this.
soon as we overtake the Dolphins and start climbing that ladder to the AFC East crown for the 12th straight year, the lights will start to get brighter.
This is making me personally a little upset because I feel left out. You know what I mean? I want to get into these heated debates. Me and Jack want to start screaming at each other that the Jets are going to win the AFC East. But the Jets are coming off not losing.
It's about to be the
this week.
Dolphins in 2 weeks, though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, but listen, you know what,
Dan,
Dan, you had a lot of heartbreaking and you dealt with a loss. The Jets did not lose, right? So the Jets fans are feeling happy right now. We got Joe Flacco coming back. looking like Joe Namath. So now I'm going to swing this over to my boy Jack, and I want Jack to give us a rant on Adam Gase because you guys will see how much
on the whole state of the team. Man.
Yeah, just give us a whole rant on the whole state of the New York Jets because this is about to get fun. I'll put you in hindsight.
All right, man. Well, first of all, thank you guys for having me on, especially because my team doesn't even have a win this season. I really dig what you guys are doing with this roundtable, so thank you guys for having me on. That being said, I have never been so miserable in my 22 years of watching football and being a Jets fan, man. There's no sense of hope for the future at all, anywhere. Like it's hard to find an area of this team where we don't have gaping holes. And of course, the biggest problem is the incompetent head coach in Adam Gase. TD, I don't know how you guys did it, man. I don't know how you
tried to tell Richie.
I don't know, bro. You know, now you guys got Brian Flores, who looks like one hell of a football coach. And
that's right, yeah, you heard it.
And we're stuck. Well, I like McDermott too. Come on, McDermott's the guy as well. But now we're stuck with Gase, who's just leading us absolutely nowhere, who's totally unqualified to be a head coach in the NFL. Probably shouldn't even be at the college level. He's just terrible. It's pathetic. The Johnsons refuse to fire him. The only bright spots I could think of is we got some promising rookie talent. You guys know we got Mekhi Becton. Denzel Mims looks like he could be a future wide receiver 1 for the Jets. But other than that, man, even the rookies don't even get the playing time they deserve. Like LaMichael Pirine, our rookie running back, doesn't get the touches. Mims doesn't get the targets he deserved because of Gase. So all I got to put my faith in is the general manager, Joe Douglas, at this point. And I got to tell you, last week was blissful, man, because I didn't have to waste 3 hours of my time watching the Jets. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say about the 0-9 Jets for right now, man.
So, yeah, that's really – yeah, go for it, TD.
Hey, Jack.
Richie
won't listen to me, man. I want to see what your take is because Richie, I think he's delusional about this.
You're just saying this because you want this to happen. It's not going to happen, TD. Don't even put it in the universe.
Hey, Jack, is Gase going to get fired at the end of the season? Deep down inside.
100% deep down inside, he will
Y'all
get
gonna
fired.
Be so hurt. Y'all going to be so hurt, man.
Nah, he's gone, man. He's gone. I mean,
the day that he's fired, we're going live on the AFC East Roundtable. I don't care if it's a Wednesday night.
Clearly, Christopher Johnson.
I'm just going to be dancing on TV the entire time.
Clearly, Christopher Johnson doesn't have the balls to. Clearly, the owner doesn't have the balls to fire the coach mid-season. So we're just stuck with this absolute scrub of a human being for the next, All
right, TD, you're gonna like
7
this.
Games.
Appreciate the donation. The Pats are bad. Dolphins are winning the division from Jake. All right.
Facts.
All right.
Jake knows what time it is.
So he's not even old enough to remember the last time the Dolphins won the division.
Again, guys, I just wanna quickly say thank you so much for everybody tuning in. If you guys are not already, make sure you smash that like button. We have 335 people watching right now and 94 likes. Let's get this way over 100 likes.
Like button.
Smash that like button. If you guys enjoy the AFC East Roundtable, if you're a TD Finstock subscriber, Dan Mitchell, Mass at Work subscriber, make sure you smash that like button and don't forget to subscribe to all the other channels. And TD, you know that I have another YouTube channel, and it's called Touchdown Kingdom. Me and Jack, we collaborated. We made a video all about the rookie quarterbacks. So any Dolphins fan that's interested in our take on Tua, that link is down below if you guys want to check that out as well. So with that being said, let's move on to next week and the potential of what's going to happen, right? So who are the Bills playing? Oh, no, they're on a bye, right, Dan?
Bye week.
Sure are.
All right.
We're on a bye week, and then we have the Chargers the following week.
The bye won't save you, Dan. The bye won't save you. Listen, we have – I don't even know which scrub team we have.
You guys got Denver.
Hold on. Watch this, y'all. Dan, which scrub team do we have next week?
And you'll have the Denver Broncos. You're going to be second string quarterback.
I only ask because I know because you're checking on us. Because you're scared.
Sure.
You're scared. You're nervous, bro. Why don't you just be honest with yourself? You know what?
Gotta check on you guys, man.
Yo, exactly. We're not checking on him. You know that, right? Miami's not checking on Buffalo.
Man.
No. See, there's a difference in confidence when we know we're about to run the table and look in our rear view mirror. And Dan Mitchell's back there like, come on, man. I thought we were running together. No, sir. No, sir.
Wow,
It's
Dan
over,
is
man.
the GOAT right there. Look at that.
Look
Dan
at
Mitchell. I appreciate the donation, Dan. That is extremely generous.
Yo, Rich, I'm taking 250 of that.
I will.
Hey, no,
My
YouTube
boy
get his
Jack.
cut. YouTube get his cut first now. Y'all better go look at what YouTube gets first.
Oh man, yeah, you're right. And we got another one. Josh Allen is overrated, and the Finns winning the division. Fins up from Eduardo.
Facts.
Oh man, Dan.
See, everyone knows, man.
Dude.
Everyone knows. Again, I appreciate all the donations from you guys. AFC East Roundtable is going to get more heated as the season progresses. Unfortunately for Jets Nation, it's just going to be a consistent ride of just listening to these three fight. And we don't really have much to say other than the Jets are
So
absolutely pathetic and terrible. And unfortunately, I can't get into arguments because I have nothing to say. I have nothing that I can possibly be like, yeah, screw you, Dan. The Jets are way better. Or screw you, TD. The Dolphins are overrated. The Jets are better. Like, I literally can't genuinely say that. And it gets me so pissed. So hopefully by next year, I'll be getting into heated debates because I can't take this anymore, guys. I've been on this for every week. All the loyal AFC East Roundtable fans have been watching this every single week. You guys know that I've been going through this, and it sucks. But it's okay. I'm a New York Knicks fan, which is not any better, and we just drafted Obi. Well, hopefully he's good. I don't know if you guys are NBA fans, but we'll find out what happens with that. So, oh, gosh. So you guys are
remember, Richie. Remember, we went through it. We went through what you all went through. And now look at us about to win the division just a few years later. So
we need a coach that can turn things around, man.
Well, I'm sure.
There's one discrepancy. There's one discrepancy in your argument, TD. At least the Jets went to back-to-back AFC East championship games.
Baby.
You haven't scratched that surface since Dan Marino.
Master Works, I forgot you were on this panel. Get two more wins and then talk to me. But back to the Denver Broncos, man. That reminds me. That reminds me. You know, you lied earlier too with all this crap about every year, blah blah blah. You know, every year Miami finds a way to get that W against y'all. And what do you do? And you troll us every year about how trash we are, and then you come back and eat your own words. And every year, Master Works, since I've known you, you said the same thing. Oh, y'all won, and what is that, y'all Super Bowl? Well, we're going off to the playoffs, though. Yeah, y'all won, but bro, this is the same story every year. Why somebody got to take you serious about beating us twice? You're gonna lose the next one.
Why somebody got to take you seriously about winning the AFC East when you've never done it?
You don't. Guess what? You don't have to, but we're gonna come take it, and you're gonna be hush mouth. And Dan Mitchell gonna be crying in the car, and make sure you record that reaction. Dan, you do that for me. But anyway, Richie, back to the Denver Broncos, man. We're gonna come in and treat them like they're the Kansas City Chiefs. We're gonna take care of business. I look for our defense to have a monster of a day against them. I look for Tua to have a mediocre day because he's not going to need to do much in this game. We're going to continue to rotate guys in and out, make sure everybody gets the experience they need, and we're going to start gearing up for the playoffs now. We're actually about to head on a 3-0 run, which is going to make us 9-3 on the season. And then with 4 games left, technically all we'd have to do is win one more and we're guaranteed playoffs. But we're trying to win all 4 of those. And we'll see how that turns out. I'm going to be a realist. I'm not going to sit here and say that we're going to win all 4 of those last 4 games. But at the same token, we have some business to take care of in our own division. And I genuinely, I'm not even trolling. I'm not even just being a homer. I genuinely feel like this team is better than the Buffalo Bills, led by a defense that is in full strength now. Not that weak defense they saw in week 1 and 2 when we played Buffalo and New England, when we had starters hurt on the defense and everybody had to rotate and they took advantage of it. They haven't played this defense, and they're about to meet this defense, and they're going to feel the pain. And they know it. That's the thing, Richie. They know it. They know it, man, and they're nervous about it. And that would literally crush them to not even make. You know what? Bills might not even make the playoffs. I'll say it. I was trying to be humble, but I'll say it. They may not even make the playoffs.
Delusional, bro.
We got Jake.
They may not even make the playoffs.
We got Jake, the Bills fan, investing in the hashtag Fire Adam Gase fund, and he sees the Bills winning the division. Jake, I appreciate that a ton. And we got. Hold on, I'm just gonna get to these donations real quick. Kevin Lee, hey, mark the date, 12/3/13. Dan, because that day is the Pittsburgh beat y'all, and we take that 1-game lead in the AFC when we beat Kansas City. All right. We got a lot of people with bold takes here. And then one more, Miami taking the division with no competition. Loving the donations, guys. You guys are very generous, and I'm loving every single second of it. This is awesome. TD is definitely supporting his Fins to the top, and he thinks that they're going to win the Super Bowl. Dan, what is your take
we
on
need
that?
to stop this right now.
Stop this. Stop that.
it,
Yeah,
bro.
You stop us. Matter of fact, get a win and then talk.
Win
man.
a
I'm
Super
done
Bowl
with
and win a
that
playoff game and since 2001.
Same
Get out of
same
here.
guy that got bounced.
So,
I said
right.
that on purpose because I knew Master at Work would say exactly what he
That's
said.
the
and I'm
most.
happy
That's
it
the
worked.
most. Oh my god.
Same guy that got bounced in the first round by
Blasphemous thing I've
Tannehill
ever
last
heard.
year. Be quiet,
All
man.
right.
Got bounced
All right,
in the
so-
first round.
Tannehill's not your quarterback.
Doesn't matter.
We got a
You see
$10.
him sticking it to you.
D-Hop burned 3 defenders. Shows how weak the Bills' D is. We beat the best D. And oh wow! So we got a lot of people sending in donations, getting some bold takes, and I appreciate every single one of these guys. I really
That's my
do.
boy,
AFC
Florida born,
Roundtable.
Kentucky grown. What's up, homie?
and so I don't appreciate that guy at all.
Don't appreciate that guy.
At
Florida
all.
born, Kentucky grown. I appreciate that, man. So
I don't.
let's hear it from Jack, right? Because he can give a little perception of the AFC East. So Jack, if
Yeah,
you had to
yeah.
put
And so Jack. And so honestly, Richie, I'm sorry, I'm taking
no,
over
Dan, go
your
for it.
show right now. Jack,
Dan, go.
Jack, who's the better team in the AFC East right now? Who's the best team in the
You
AFC?
noticed he had to
Give it
jump
to me.
out there in front of
Give
it,
it to
Jack,
me.
and ask you himself. It's the
Give it to
same
me.
thing Richie was going to ask you, but he wanted to put pressure on you. And hey, Jack, who is it?
All right,
Boy,
listen,
I
guys.
tell you.
From an
You
outsider's perspective, my team doesn't have a fucking win. So, from an outsider's perspective, right now it's the Bills. I think by the end of the season, it's going to be Miami. That's what I think. But listen, guys. Listen. It's not a cop-out answer because Miami has the easiest schedule out of you two, well, out of you three, Master at Work included, going down the stretch. Like I said, I think Brian Flores is a hell of a coach. Their defense just looks like they keep getting better. And like TD said, they're healthy now. But listen, I think you guys have very similar teams. Obviously, Tua has a much smaller sample size than Josh Allen. But you guys have good coaches, good defenses. You guys are building around your teams the right way. And then, Master at Works, lost one GOAT, but still retains the other GOAT in Bill Belichick. So we can't count out the Pats until they're mathematically eliminated. That's how I feel. But I feel like down the stretch, the Dolphins, let's see who they got. They got the Broncos, the Jets, the Bengals, the Chiefs, the Pats, the Raiders, and the Bills. They should win. They should win a majority of those games based on how they're playing. So I think that by the end of the year, the Dolphins should have it, as it pains me to say it. But, yeah, man, that's my take on the current status.
Jack, you need to be here every week, bro. You need to be here every week. Somebody speaking facts. Finally.
I'm sorry, bro. I know you asked me the question. You thought I had your back, but listen, man, I went to UB for a year. I know the Buffalo fans. I've been up there. You guys are ruthless. I don't like you guys. You seem like a nice guy, but man, I got to throw my shade at Buffalo when I can.
So exposed right there. Biased take right there, baby. That's where it's at.
Dan, you can go cry in the car, man. Ain't nothing wrong with it, man. Let it out, man. Real men cry.
So, all right. So let's talk about the Jets matchup next week, right? Because I know everybody's so excited to hear about the Jets game this week, right? Everyone in the chat is ready for this, right? We're going to brief on it for like 45 seconds maybe. So the Jets are going up against the Los Angeles Chargers, and Joe Flacco will be starting. And I'm kind of worried that we might win this game because Joe Flacco looked like Super Bowl MVP Joe Flacco. And he's going to throw for 5 touchdowns. He's going to throw for 400 yards, and the Jets are going to win this game. They're going to win out. We're going to finish 7-9 and make the last wild card berth, with Joe Flacco becoming one of the best quarterbacks to ever live. Do I sound delusional, or is that realistic? I don't know. But I had to joke with you guys one time because I miss being delusional and biased. But enough with that preview, right? Because who cares about the Chargers and Jets game, right? So, Master at Work. Who the Pats got next week?
We got the Houston Texans, who are 2-7.
Please beat them. Please beat them.
Let's hear it.
I know you guys want Texans to lose because that would actually help the Dolphins as far as draft picks go. So at the end of the day, it's a win-win for the Patriots. We win, we're back at 500, and we are literally only 2 games out of the division lead, having already beat Miami this year. If we lose, we help the Dolphins slide down in the draft. So at the end of the day, we're 2-0 in the month of November, where we always play our best football November, December, January, and February. And we're 2-0 when I pick against them. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick against them again. I'm going to go with Houston Texans 30, Patriots 17, to continue this trend. But like I said, what did you say, TD, last week? Don't let the Patriots beat the Ravens. Don't let the Patriots beat the Ravens, because what have you heard all week? Oh, that's right. All the talking heads are starting to, step a little bit back. Wait a minute. The Patriots aren't done just yet. They just went out and beat the Baltimore Ravens. And now look at us, 4-5, 1 game away from being 500. And our entire season pretty much goes game to game now, because I'm looking at our schedule. There's really no team left that really scares me. No team. But at the end of the day, man, Cam Newton still has to do what he has to do. He has to hold on to that football like he did last week. Played solid defense. J.C. Jackson's the best corner in football right now. He has 5 straight games with an interception, a.k.a. the Jackson 5. And Damian Harris is proven to be just a diamond in the rough from the University of Alabama. We have a great running game. Cam Newton's not making any dumbheaded mistakes anymore. Jacoby Myers is turning into the next Julian Edelman. And it's kind of ironic that Jacoby Myers threw a touchdown pass against the Ravens, the same type of pass that Edelman threw against the Ravens in the playoffs, to get us back to win that Super Bowl in that year. But yeah, man, I'm really liking the way this team's looking right now. Bill Belichick is a man on a mission to prove everyone that has doubted him, that has shitted on his draft picks, and they're starting to really come to fruition right now. They're starting to really chugging along, and I'm really liking what I saw from the Patriots last week. And we had weather modifications. We contacted Harp, because if you noticed on the very last drive, it was raining all game, but for some reason a tsunami decided to hit on the final drive when Lamar Jackson got the ball back. So we're back to our cheating ways, whether it's making it rain, whether it's the cameras. I'm happy that we're back to being the old Pats, man.
It's crazy, Masterworks. I remember you coming onto my stream in the middle of the Jets-Pats game, and you were completely obsessed with losing, and you were ready to tank for Trevor. You were rooting for the Jets, and now they beat the Jets, they beat the Ravens, and we got Master at Work back, running the table and wanting the Patriots to win the AFC East. It's good to have you back, Master at Work, and it's good to have you rooting for your Patriots.
So are the Patriots, and hey, listen, we love to be underdogs. Whenever you doubt the Patriots over the past 2 decades, whether it's 28-3, no matter what situation, they always prove you wrong. So I love that the Dolphins and Bills fans are bickering who's going to take the AFC East, even though neither one of you have won this division in the past 11 years. That shit funny to me.
Master at Work, you got to show you. They want you to see your eyes.
They want to see my eyes? Well, I'm not going to show my eyes. Listen. When we run the table, we go up. You get to see, the light's going to come back on. The light's going to come back on.
So wait,
like I said, if you want to see my eyes, go to my OnlyFans.
Yeah, true. I'll leave that link down below if you guys want to see Masterworks OnlyFans. So, it's good to see Master at Work back, because I was a little concerned hearing a Patriots fan just wanting to lose, and I was like, what is happening? Is 2020 that crazy that New England Patriots fans just want to tank? Like, I never thought that would be in the conversation in my entire lifetime. But, right, who would have thought? Patriots are right back to where they thought they could be and potentially winning the AFC East. So, Dan and TD, either of you guys can answer this question. I know you guys are obviously hopeful that both your teams win the division, but do you have any –
So I know.
Yeah, you know for a fact, you're 100% confident your team will win the division.
Fact.
But do you think that there is a chance that the Patriots can win the division?
Let me look at the schedule.
No, they can't win no division, man. I mean, bro, if they win,
they can't win a division, even though they've done it for the past 11 years. They can't win it. They can't possibly win the division, TE.
Bro, first of all, Richie, they have to win every game just to make the wild card.
That's a lie.
Think about it. their best their best record, what, 11-5, 10-6? Listen, they're not winning a division. That's not going to happen whatsoever, okay?
Sure.
Pat's best case scenario will get to 9 wins. Best case. That is the best case for them. I don't rule Belichick out. I know that they're going to go on a run. I know that they're going to beat teams. But they're going to slip once or twice. It's going to happen. And it's going to be something just like what happened last time when Cam fumbled the ball. Something stupid, too, because they are a good team. They weren't executing early in the season the way that they know how. I'll never knock the Patriots in that regards. I know that they're coached well and they're always prepared well. It's about execution, and they got some new guys that have to learn the Belichick way. But at the same token, they're not winning this division. I don't see that happening. Now, I mean, there's a chance, but that chance is slim to none, bro. And Master Works, come on, bro. You know y'all not winning the division. Yeah, there is the chance. I'm saying that. But you know you're not winning the division this year, bro.
You're not making the playoffs.
Yeah, okay.
All right, so this is getting heated. This is
you haven't been on YouTube.
You
haven't even experienced a playoff game.
This is getting heated up. If you guys are enjoying this week's episode, make sure you smash that like button. We have 450 people watching right now with 178 likes. Let's smash that like button. Get that over 200 if you enjoyed this weekly edition of the AFC EAST Roundtable. And again, you guys got to keep sending our condolences to Jack and I, because we are suffering Jets fans, and we are very, I said it 4 times so far this stream. I feel very left out, and I want to get into these debates, but it's just hard to. And I guess the only thing me and Jack can provide to you guys is an outside perspective of the division, even though the Jets are winning the division 2021. Okay, Dan, let's ask you a question about the Jets, because we are on Jets media.
Let's do it.
If you were a Jets fan,
damn,
or not even Jets fan, if you say you were working for the Jets or something, like, what would you do to really turn this organization around? Like, what is their biggest problem that you think that they're so bad right now? Is it the head coach? Is it the players? Is it this? Like, I know it's a lot. It's a lot to answer, but if you could pinpoint one thing.
Damn, dude. I mean, honestly, it really needs to be centralized around your coaching staff. Like, I would clean house as far as your coaching is concerned. Gase, throw him on the curb. Your offensive coordinator, your defensive coordinator, throw him around the curb and just start from scratch. I really like what you guys have done with your rookie class. I mean, I'm a huge fan of Mekhi Becton, and so I think that if you guys continue to build out your offensive line, a lot of people really don't like Sam Darnold. I am a Darnold fan. In fact, I believe that if he were a part of any organization throughout the AFC East, say that Darnold was on the Bills, the Dolphins, or the Patriots at this point, then he would be having a successful career thus far. It all comes down to your coaching staff. I mean, with Gase, he might go down in history as one of the worst coaches in NFL history. Let's just put it down right to that point. Say that I was the owner of the New York Jets, then that's my first thing. I'm cleaning house as far as the coaching perspective is concerned, and I'm having a fire sale of some older veterans and stocking up on the future with those draft picks and making it happen. Believe it or not, Jets fans, say that there are Jets fans watching this right now. I would say that you guys are about 4 to 5 years away from being competitive.
So just to ask you another quick question. Since you say you are a Sam Darnold guy, if the Jets get the first pick, do you think they should go the Trevor Lawrence route or trade back and build around Sam? Or do you think that Sam's time in New York is kind of over because they ruined him in New York and they should move on from Sam, get draft capital, and just get a new quarterback in the building?
And so that's interesting, right? That's a very interesting question. Say that I was the GM, I would be in a very difficult – this would be a very hard decision for me just because I feel like Sam has already been ruined.
Yeah, that's the way I look at it.
I feel like it doesn't matter who takes over from now on. His career is through. So, I am grabbing Trevor Lawrence. Say that he is available 110%, but I'm making sure that Adam Gase is as far away from him as possible.
So, TD, if you could piggyback on that and give a little your football knowledge mine on what. Yeah.
Yeah, it's loaded. Of course, your coach needs to go, but he's going to be there next year. Mark my words, you'll see. But my biggest concern, you might. Well, let me talk about Darnold first. I was never sold on Sam Darnold. I know that he's not a bad quarterback, but I don't think he's a franchise quarterback. I think he's like the best backup in the league that could be. No, you see flashes and things that make you believe that he can be great, but I've never been sold on him unless he proves me wrong, But Gase isn't going to help me see that. So unless he's in the right situation, that's the only way I'm sold on him. So I'm definitely going to get Trevor. But here's the deal. I think y'all have a bigger issue that nobody's talking about, and that's Mekhi Becton. I'm not sold on Mekhi Becton either, and I'm not talking about his playing skills.
His durability.
We already know he's a monster, but that guy, you might have a career of just plagued with injuries. Like literally, when you have a massive, and this isn't negative, me saying this is a compliment, but when you have a beast of a man like that, sometimes it comes with a collage of injuries. Man, most people can't keep up with a body like that, man. I mean, look at this guy is a monster, bro. Look at his frame. But sometimes that monster frame is hard to keep up with unless I just don't know. Those injuries, like how many has there been now? 3?
I think 2.
Was it a little knick-knack in camp?
No, luckily, there's nothing in camp, and then he had a shoulder injury, and then he came out of the game 2 weeks ago against the Patriots with a chest. But luckily, he's completely fine after the bye week. He was a full participant in practice, so it's nothing to be worried about. So he'll be starting on Sunday.
But the very next weekend, is he coming back this Sunday?
Yeah, he was a full participant in practice today. That he's not even on the injury report.
So that's something to keep your eye on, bro. If you get another nick this year and then another one, I am telling you. But he's the type of guy that if you recognize early that this can be a long-term problem, he could turn your franchise around by grabbing 2 first-rounders for him or something and moving off as quick as possible. And I know that's not going to happen. It's not going to happen, but I am telling you, just imagine having him long-term, but it's riddled with injuries. You'll never be able to – your team's just going to keep suffering, man.
Yeah, I mean, there's still a lot of games to play. I always say this on my channel. I say Mekhi Becton, I think, is going to be phenomenal. And the only negative thing I can possibly say about him is his durability. That's the only thing I'm worried about. When he's on the field, he looks like a top 5 left tackle in the NFL as a rookie, and that is so rare. So we got 7 games left. If he can play the last 7 games and be healthy and play every single snap, I think he'll throw that durability thing out the window, as we can at least hope, because that's the one thing I definitely am worried about. Masterwork, if you can talk about the Jets for a little bit, because I know that's your favorite thing to do. What's your perspective of this Jets team? What's the problem? What do they need to fix?
Fire Gase.
Enough said. That's really it, man.
I mean, is it really that? It's really that simple. You guys need to do a complete rebuild. You have no choice. But listen, I always said years ago that as bad as this division has been, as pathetic and disgusting as it's been to be in a division like this, because everyone always has to say, "Oh, our Super Bowls have an asterisk because of how shitty the division has been." The NFL needs to implement a rule for teams like the Jets, a Premier League rule. Where I live in England right now, so this is what they need to do. The worst 3 teams need to be relegated out of the NFL. They need to have another league where other small market teams can have an NFL team, and that would cause teams like the Jets and teams like that are always bad, like the Bengals, to rethink things and not having to always tank. You know what I'm saying? Teams like the Dolphins, get them out of the NFL. If you can't rebuild, and it takes you 20 years to rebuild, get them out of the NFL, like the Premier League. If you can't win, goodbye. We'll find another city that wins in the second division, and we'll boost them up to the NFL. I guarantee if the NFL would ever do something like that, they would cause teams like the Jets and the Dolphins to rethink the way they were building by tanking. You know what I mean? It's disgusting to me. It's absolutely disgusting.
Yeah, I mean, it's hard to be a Jets fan. I've been a Jets fan my whole life, and the only really sliver of hope and of winning that we had was those back-to-back AFC championship games, in which of them we actually indeed beat the Patriots in Foxborough. And so that really, I think that sums up the New York Jets talk for the last 15 minutes.
Are y'all tanking? Richie, are y'all tanking or you just suck?
Oh, it's a combination of both. I think, we just
suck. We just suck.
Yeah, we just cut our starting cornerback this week. Pierre Desir is now on the waivers, and he was an absolute bum. So I think what we're doing now is getting rid of any guy that has no future on this team so we can give the young guys the reps to develop, because this team does have a forward plan and they're trying to, do something that they've never done as a franchise in drafting guys and developing them on and off the field and building a foundation. That's how you win in this league. And that's the opposite of what the Jets have been doing for the past 10, 15, 20 years. So with Joe Douglas coming in, we saw his first draft. So far, his draft is looking good. And right now is a perfect opportunity. We cut Pierre Desir. We have a rookie in Bryce Hall who fell to the 5th round because of an injury. He was a second-round talent that fell to the 5th round, cornerback. And Jets fans are really happy to see him finally out there playing because he made his debut against the Patriots. So we're going to see what he can do. And we're going to have 7 rookies starting throughout offense and defense. So that's exciting as a Jets fan, just because we're looking at these rookies and there's not a lot that we can look forward to for these games. We're not rooting for wins. What could we have motivation to go to watch the Jets on Sundays? And that's basically seeing what Joe Douglas's eye for talent is and what if we can build a culture around these rookies. And it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a long, long ride. But, I'm patient, and it's hard to help Jets fans to be patient because we've sucked for so long. So it's I have no right to say that. But the only thing I got to say about the Jets is if there's no patience with this team, you're going to be suffering for a long time because this team's not close to turning around. Joe Douglas needs to build through the draft. And in order to build through the draft, you need to do it. Drafts take a while. We need to see him have 2 or 3 of his own draft classes to see what he can do. And we also need a coach because that's the biggest reason we suck.
So Richie and Jake, how long away are you all to saying? Oh, I'm sorry. I don't know why I said Jake. Jack.
It's all good.
How far are you all away from saying we're competitive now? And it don't have to be contenders, but at least 7 to 9 win competitive.
It's crazy because we were 7-9 last year, right? Started 1-7,
so nuts.
Finished 7-9, and I think that Adam Gase just has a big reason why there's no hope because we're so focused on this year and we're wow, we're so bad. But I feel if we get a coach that can turn things around quickly, and Joe Douglas can bring in guys in free agency and draft guys, and the second-year players like Mackay and Denzel, hopefully they can make a big step next year. I think next year we could possibly be a 6 to 7, 8 win team, but that is, not fun. That's not I'm not pumping my fist over that. I'm not content with that. But I think that it's going to take a long time to be, what's the number one goal in the NFL? It's to win a Super Bowl. It's funny hearing that from a Jets fan, right? But the one goal as an NFL fan is to win the Super Bowl. So to answer your question, it's going to take a while until we're Super Bowl contenders. And say we do get Trevor Lawrence, though, and we have all this draft capital, we build around Trevor Lawrence, we have a new coaching staff around Trevor. And if Trevor is all hyped up to be like he is supposed to be, maybe he has a sensational rookie season and we make the wild card next year. I mean, you never know. It's so unknown. I can answer that question that you have for me after the offseason because I just don't know who's going to be the coach, who we bring in free agency with all this cap space, who we drafting. It's just so much that we just don't know about this New York Jets team. So, yeah, that's really all I got to say about this New York Jets team. If you guys are enjoying this AFC East Roundtable, we got 475 people watching. Make sure you smash that like button. Let's try to get this over 300 likes. If you guys can get this over 300 likes, that will be absolutely amazing. And again, make sure you subscribe to everyone's channel. That will be linked down below in the description because it is not on my channel every week. As you guys know, it is on a consistent rotation between all 4 of our channels. So make sure you do not miss it out and subscribe to all their channels. So what do you guys want to talk about to finish off this 10 minutes? Let's get Dan and TD fight for the last 10 minutes.
No, I have a more serious question for Dan.
Oh my God, here we go. Let's do it.
No, I'm serious. What year is this for Josh Allen now?
It's the 3rd year.
So when are they going to start talking contract and how much do you think that's going to be?
Dude, I mean, that's like really interesting about Josh Allen, to be honest with you. I foresee
Okay, go let mommy
them
know.
going on ahead. And so I foresee them actually going on ahead and
Okay.
exercising his 5th-year option. I see.
So y'all gonna
Brandon
disrespect him like that? Okay.
I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like he's going to be the guy that's going to take a team-friendly contract, knowing that we are going to pay him eventually. But there's so many pieces on our damn defense that need to be paid this year, man. Like right now, like when you look at our defense and when you look at our defense without Matt Milano, it is an entire different defense. So I have a feeling that Matt Milano is going to be our number one priority. And granted, with Josh Allen's rookie contract, it's 4 years plus a 5th-year option. So, I mean, I have a feeling that his extension is not going to come next year, perhaps the following. So, I mean, I think that there's higher priorities at this point, and I think that Josh Allen is in love with the city of Buffalo, that he's going to be okay with that. And we will definitely make sure that we take care of him eventually, but next year's not happening, man. And so we have so much more to pay.
You don't believe for 1 second Josh Allen's agent is going to have him say, we want to get paid now or we're sitting out?
I mean, honestly, I just don't think that Josh Allen is that type of quarterback, to be honest with you, man. I really don't.
Everybody
like the city of
says
Buffalo.
that.
Listen. And so the city of Buffalo just donated over $600,000 in his dead grandmother's name.
Grandma. Mm-hmm.
So I don't think he's that type of guy that's going to be like, fuck you, Buffalo, for not giving me an extension.
No, it's not that.
He's not for an extension until 2 years from now.
Yeah, but he's not going to do it to the fans. If he comes out and say, no, I'm going to sit out and let you pay me, the Buffalo fans are going to turn on the team and say, pay him.
Oh, yeah, for sure. Like 110%. Like, say, for example, that Josh Allen wanted to be paid this offseason, then say that I was in charge of the Buffalo Bills, for sure. Like, I would drain my entire damn cap space on the guy. But, I mean, I just don't foresee him being that kind of guy. And I think that Brandon Beane is going to prioritize other pieces of our defense. And then the following offseason, that's where we're going to sort of like throw out some amazing-ass contract for him. That's my thoughts.
Whenever he does get paid, do you think he's going to be that $50 million guy?
I think once he does get paid, he will be like a top 3 QB in
$50 million at that time.
Easily.
And your team's going to be able to.
So he's earned
your team's going to be able to stay the same under that kind of salary. What is he making now? What is he making now?
And so he's on his rookie contract right now. So, I mean, I think he's making like $1 million a year, $2 million a year, something like that.
Yeah, well, Mahomes, Richie, Mahomes' money doesn't really kick in until next year, Richie. See, a lot of people don't talk about this stuff. So here's my deal. Josh Allen makes $2 million a year or whatever, right? He goes from 2 to 50, 48 million. Like, where can you take away $48 million worth of players on your team and still feel like you can be good?
I mean,
it's going to be a tough question for anyone to answer, dude.
It's always the question. I've been talking about this for 3 years, guys. I said Russell Wilson all he's going to be good for now is taking them to the playoffs and getting bounced in the first, second round. Every single quarterback that gets the big deal, this has happened to. Like, not one has won yet. And the only way you can win is taking a Brady type deal, because Brady was a genius. He said, I love the competitive advantage of having better players surround me. And everybody's with these flashy quarterbacks. I'm worried about it with 2 of myself 4 years from now. But everybody's with these flashy quarterbacks that are getting all of this money. See, back then, Brady and
breaking news alert.
Uh-oh.
I don't know if it's not that big of a deal, but I'm pretty sure Tua has his first injury.
What happened?
And it begins.
Not lying.
And it begins.
What happened?
Tua fish has broken.
What happened?
The hip is fine. However, Dolphins quarterback Tua has his first NFL injury. It could be something really limited. It could be nothing. I don't want to make it a big deal, but I just saw someone put in the comments about it, and then
and you saw it on Twitter.
Yeah, I see
his foot. Ooh, it's his foot. Ooh, he needs his feet.
Uh-oh. I mean, that's the one thing about Tua. I said, I'm like, I think he's gonna be great, but
You guys are still sitting on
Unreliable.
who is playing very well.
Unreliable.
All right, he'll
know,
be fine.
Fitzy time. Fitz
He'll be fine.
magic.
Tua's fine, man.
So he said
Nobody's
that he's
worried about
still
that.
like fully in
Tell out to
practice.
Alabama that year he got hurt and was out the entire
no.
season.
This has been lingering for a little bit. He's fine.
Mhm.
It's the same.
All right, good.
It's a little
Sure.
foot injury. He's good, man.
See how long that
Listen,
lingers into the playoffs.
Richie,
I don't know.
Richie,
I don't know much about it. I'm not saying he's injured. I'm just like asking if you guys heard anything about it. So, what do you know about it?
Yeah.
TD?
It's nothing. He just showed up on the injury report with foot injury. It's a little days, but it's nothing to worry about, bro. Listen,
Oh, okay.
Richie, my heart almost dropped. I thought it was something else. I thought it was something. He'll be fine.
I'm sorry.
He was practicing today.
I'll tell you
All
this,
fine. He's just on the report.
Somebody in the chat like said, like a Dolphins fan, all caps, no, Tua's hurt, no. So I thought it was like way bigger of a deal. So blame the subscribers for scaring you there.
Yeah, listen, I would have went crazy if it was something.
I mean,
serious.
listen, Ryan Fitzpatrick would still take you guys to their promised land no matter what.
Especially with the next three games, Ryan can win the next 3 games. I mean, if that was the case,
I could say. One thing that I will give the Dolphins, is that they have the best backup quarterback in the NFL. They have the best backup quarterback in the NFL.
Buffalo does.
Don't sleep on Joe Flacco, though, man.
Are you
Don't sleep
kidding?
on
Josh
Joe
Allen.
Flacco.
Josh Allen.
Yeah, you should be on Joey Flacco, man.
Are you calling Josh Allen a backup quarterback, fool?
Well, he's. I mean, I'll just leave it alone. He's pretty trash to me. He's inconsistent.
All righty,
He's not
so
accurate.
we're about to wrap things up on the AFC EAST Roundtable. We're coming on 1 hour. Again, I appreciate all you guys staying in to watch all the way to the end. If you guys are not already, make sure you subscribe to Jets Media and subscribe to all 3 of their channels and smash that like button if you enjoyed. Let's get this over 300 likes. We have 500 people watching. I'm pretty sure you guys can do that for us if you enjoyed this episode. So we're going to go around the roundtable one more time and let us know where you can find us. And we're going to start with Jack. So Jack, how'd you enjoy your debut on the AFC EAST Roundtable, man?
Dude, it was a lot of fun. Thank you guys again so much for having me. You know, I'm a Jets fan, but I'm a football fan first. So I'm really liking what I'm seeing from the Patriots and the Dolphins and the Bills right now. I think it's all of a sudden a pretty fun division to keep an eye on, obviously outside of the Jets. So yeah, check out my Twitter. Thank you guys so much for having me on. I really enjoy myself.
And again, real quick, Jack is a musician. For those guys that do not know.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm going to make sure I plug it for you. He makes phenomenal music. He has a new single coming out Friday tonight or something, right? Called Oasis.
Tomorrow night, I guess.
Yeah, so type in Jack McGalley on Apple Music, Spotify, wherever, and check out his music. He is extremely talented. So
Thank
Dan.
you, Rich. And thank you.
And
guys.
how do you spell that?
It's on the screen right there.
It's right on the screen.
Oh, shit.
Jack McGalley. So yeah, he's a really good musician. So make sure you guys check out my boy Jack. So Dan, where can we find you, man?
Yeah, dude, for sure. So y'all can actually find me at Real Dan Mitchell on Instagram and at Twitter. And then my YouTube channel is just Dan Mitchell. Go on ahead and subscribe there for all Buffalo Bills content. I am actually giving away either a PS5 or an Xbox Series X the second that I surpass 10,000 subscribers. So say that you want to enter the competition, then go to my last video, and then you'll learn the instructions from there. And yeah, that's it.
Here, Dan, want me to give you mine?
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. TD, how about you, man?
Oh, Dan, D-Hop said hi. No, you can find me. You can find me at TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. You can check me out on Believe in Fans Talk podcast on Apple, Spotify, wherever you get your podcasts. You can also check me out on Cited, where you can vote on opinions like who's going to win the AFC East. Make sure you go vote on the Dolphins. I am TD Fans Talk on Cited debates as well. You can check me out everywhere, man. You can check me out on Thursday nights hanging out with D-Hop at Buffalo Wild Wings, just destroying the place. Triple coverage, eating wings, just enjoying them. Trash Bills. Go ahead, Richie. That's all I had to say. Richie, they trash, man. The Bills are trash, Richie. I just got to stay at one to the Bills are trash. And we see Dougley do wrong in the comment section. The Bills are trash. That's from Doug. How about that?
All right, Matt. So where can we find you? I know you're sitting back there enjoying Dolphins and Bills fans enjoying their time at the top? Because I know that you
I'm
feel like
just sharpening my knife for when we finally take over this division, like
I know.
place.
Where can we find you
Like
at?
I said, you can find me
Masterwork?
at Masterwork YouTube, Masterwork Inc. on Twitter and Instagram. AFC East Roundtable is going to be on my channel. And for everyone in the comments dancing for me like the little puppets that you are, if you thought you hate me, y'all going to really hate who I have to bring on. Y'all thought I'm a hated Pats fan. You think I'm the most hated Pats fan? Ooh, you guys have no clue. Tune in next week. I got someone even more deplorable and that can make all you dance worse than I can. Believe me, y'all going to enjoy that.
Oh, wow.
His name is Billy Bob, by the way.
Billy Bob. So everybody make sure, if you're not already, subscribe to all of our channels, because if you do not, then there is a chance that you miss out on an episode of the AFC East Roundtable. I want to thank everybody for joining in. Jack, for being a special guest this week.
Thank you guys so much.
Appreciate you guys coming on. So what we're going to do from now on is we might bring on a special guest for each channel. So, you know, TD had one of his subscribers on. This is one of my boys, Jack from home. And as Master at Work said, we're going to have a Patriots fan on there next week. So you better hope the Patriots don't lose. All right. That does it for this week's episode of the AFC East Roundtable. Again, I appreciate all the support. I should appreciate the AFC East guys. I can tell you guys love this a lot. And I'm so excited to be part of it. So let's go, Jets!
Fans number one, Buffalo suck.